Nobody wants a house to turn out to be like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, right? Well, to prevent collapses or worse, fatal dangers, you need to get soil testing done after buying the piece of land and before beginning construction. In this video, which is the 7th part and bonus for the ultimate beach house design guide for non-architects in San Juan del Sur, Nicaragua, I'm going to be talking about the importance and the times you need soil studies and the relationship with earth movements for a beach house construction. This is a topic that almost no one takes into account in San Juan del Sur when people is building their houses. And it's super important. Let's start with what's a soil study. In simple words, it's when a geotechnician comes to your lot to take samples of the composition of the soil that is below the vegetal layer to know if it's good soil or not, for construction obviously. But don't worry, if the soil becomes bad, it doesn't mean you can't build your house. Stay until the end of the video to figure out how to make your soil suitable for construction. There are several ways to carry out a good soil study survey. The most used here is the SPT, Standard Penetration Test, which consists of using a drop hammer on a guide rod and a driving head to penetrate the point on the land that we need to test. It's very important to highlight that the points of interest must be within the area where the house is intended to be built. In other words, in the strategic and relevant points for structural reasons. Otherwise, you would be investing in surveys that make no sense. You would be wasting money, and this is the point I want to get to. These studies are intended to analyze the composition of the soil to know the load capacity that the soil has to receive all the weight of your new beach house, so that this way it won't sink or tilt like the example of the Tower of Pisa. So, soil studies are very important because they give us the guideline for the correct and precise structural calculation of the foundations. The geotechnician takes the samples to the laboratory to determine the composition of the soil and calculate the support capacity to deliver a document in which includes the recommendations to be taken into account by the structural engineer to size and calculate footings, beams, or some other structural element or type of structure on the site. Now, when a soil is bad, it's not the end of the world. The geotechnician gives us the necessary suggestions to compensate. The most common recommendations are improve the soil. This means when the structural excavation of the footings is carried out, we use a special material which is hard soil that is taken from mines, and then we compact them in layers as many times as necessary. It usually recommends to use cement soil, which is a mixture of the site soil with cement and water. And finally, the most expensive, which is to use deep piles until good soil or rock is found. It's considered a good soil when supports at least 4 kilograms per square meters, or when rock is found very close to the surface. This is the best scenario because we are not going to expend a lot of money deepening foundations or making big footings. In Casa Flamingo, I had that case. I designed the house on the corner of El Remanso Beach, and we cut practically the entire mountain to be able to place 3 levels of the house. And we found pure blue rock, very hard by the way. The foundations were not deep, and we saved a lot of money that we could invest in finishes and other things. At each survey point, we can also take advantage of carrying out water infiltration studies. This is nothing more than knowing the degree of saturation that the soil has when it rains a lot and how long it's saturated. This helps us design exterior rainwater works. Regarding earth movements and their relationship with soil studies, it can be said that when we are going to make cuts in the topography to lift several levels and be able to locate the house on terraces, like the previous example of Casa Flamingo, we must know their composition to avoid material collapses and also to design slopes and retaining walls in the same way that we are going to fill with dirt. As you can see, this knowledge is very important even before buying your lot. We already have a video talking about site analysis. You can follow the label above. I know that this topic can be a little confusing because it can be very technical. In fact, I tried to explain it as simple as possible. That's the reason why I'm giving you a guide and the steps for a good soil study to have success with your new house on the beach. You only have to follow the link in the description. If you have any question about this topic or if you want to share any experience about, please let me know in the comments below. Also, if you need a new video of a specific topic, I would like to read your suggestions. I hope this series has been of great value and help to you. If it was, please thumbs up. Share and subscribe to the channel to receive more videos like this. Don't forget to hit the bell to be notified of new videos. My name is Raul Lopez and this was the ultimate beach house design guide for non-architects for San Juan del Sur, Nicaragua. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.